Hello everybody, this is Olivia from Dice Tarot. I'm doing a reading for the sign of Scorpio today. I did go ahead and lay out the cards. It does look like we are looking at some kind of deep bond with somebody that finally was broken. And I think it was deliberately, probably it could have been on both ends for you and the other person, but it was something that was very harsh for you to deal with. I always say with the devil in reverse, when it comes to a relationship that's being broken apart, it's almost like it could be something really strong, like a twin flame, or perhaps a deep soul connection with somebody that was very hard for you to break. And I say that because it looks to me it was like it was a very emotional time, and with the Three of Swords here, it definitely was something hard on you. I don't know if it was because they broke it off or because you had to break it off. I almost feel like it was you. Because with that, I see the Strength card here telling me that you've done all of this work on your own, and it probably wore you out. And you could have been dealing with a Leo, very possibly. But then this is like in your past. So current situation, it looks like somebody's in your life now, or somebody wants to approach you, and it could be somebody that you already know, because a lot of times it'll show up as a page if it's somebody new. But if it's a knight, I think this is somebody you already know, and you may have taken the time to break loose from this for permanent once somebody approached you. And I don't mean at this point, but before, because I think you were friends with somebody. And it's going to get deeper. It's going to become a deeper commitment of some sort. We'll see. But the Ten of Swords is, I think, once you hear this information, or, see that somebody is growing deeper, I think this is you saying that for sure you're done with that. When it's here again, it almost does make me feel like it was something really deep, and it could have lasted for quite some time. I'm going to say between 2 and 3 years. I like to look at the 2 cards that are next to the release, and it kind of gives me that, or it could be 5. It could be that long. It could be. But you're definitely done with it. You're definitely done. That's the ending. And of course, at this point in your life, all you want is a little peace and tranquility, to get that out of your psyche and to be done with it once and for all. Take some time to, go on a vacation. Get away for a while, whatever it is you need to do. Now, Judgment here is almost every time you go through something major like that, the Judgment card is here to make sure that that's what you mean. Because sometimes people can go through little fits and want to break up, and then they get right back together. This is my thinking. Now, don't judge me on it. But I feel like with the Judgment card, it's like they're asking you, are you sure that you're done with that? Because somebody else is coming, and we don't want to get them all tangled up together. So we need to know exactly where you stand. And all that's asking you is just to look at the situation, see where it went bad, because it takes 2 to tango. So it could have been both of you, or it could have just been one. It doesn't matter. But when you judge with integrity the situation, and then you release it and give it back to the divine. And once you do that, it's over. But you may get tested if for any reason you have the slightest doubt in cutting that off. There will be a test that comes in, so be aware of that. And then the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Wands, is telling me that you feel really beat up by that situation, and maybe there's been other situations in your past, but don't block everything out. Don't block other people out. Yeah, you can be a little, discernment is a good word to use for this card. It's like, use your discernment, but don't block, okay? And the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is telling me that there's something that's already been growing between the two of you. I do believe that. So and then you have Justice. And it's real interesting, if you'll notice in most readings, when you have the Judgment you usually have justice, because this is being judged and the outcome is it's going to be in your favor. It rules, it's in your favor. It's fair. Whew, let's see. Let's see what we have here. And clarify each of the cards, and then I'm going to pull one oracle after that. So the Devil reversed. The Six of Pentacles. It could have been a relationship that it appeared to be balanced and fair and, you know, sharing everything. But maybe somebody gave more than the other. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. Oh, God. Yeah. I kind of wonder if as soon as this release started, this person came in. And like I said, I think it was already somebody you knew. Not the somebody that you've cut loose. That's done. That's done. But this is telling me that you already knew this person, and maybe you took the initiative to end whatever this was from the deep past. You see what I'm saying? So this is what sparked you, and it kind of woke you up and said, God, I do miss being in a relationship. And this person probably adores you already because you've known each other for a little bit. And it might turn out to be something more. Who knows? So the Two of Pentacles. It could be somebody from your past. It could be. If it's this person, you've already cut them loose. And if you go back, that judgment is, you're going to have to be judged again. But it could be somebody else from your past. It doesn't necessarily, or it could just be you reminiscing about the good times you had in a past. I think somebody saw you hurting and they gave you, it's like they approached you to be friends, to help you get out of it, to get out of that funk. I call it a funk. The Strength card, this is telling, and this could be part of the test. They might try to come back and say, don't you want us to? No. Once it's done, it's done. So the Strength card is here to give you the strength to not fall back on something that you've already cut loose. And it was major. The Devil in reverse is addictions, and it also indicates that there was probably some kind of heavy bond between you and somebody else. Like I said, it could have been a deep, deep relationship. Oh, look at there. The Divine is there for you. I think you've been watched over the whole time. The Hierophant is somebody that, you know, he's the messenger between, kind of like, well, he's the messenger between heaven and earth. A lot like the High Priestess. She brings down and he gives up, and it whatever way you want to deal with it. It doesn't much matter so much about that. But it's definitely that you were definitely being divinely guided. Now the Knight of Cups. Oh, look at there. There is going to be a new beginning for you with this person. I don't know if you know who it is. I don't know. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Oh my God, you know what? It could be the person from the past begging to come back, asking you to accept them. Just remember, before you start thinking about going back to that person, the Hierophant is the divine. And with the strength, it's almost like powerful strength. So just know how powerful you are right now. This is from the past. You still have that energy. And it's almost like they're asking you not to take this person back, because you are still, you want to be single. I don't know if it was a marriage or not, but you're showing up as, you know, the Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody that probably owns their own home. They financially can support themselves. And maybe it was something to do with money. It could be. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. I think you're completely done. I do. Because this is leaving troubled waters and this is carrying a heavy load. It's like you were extremely overburdened by this whole situation, which made sense to me, because the devil reverse is giving you the opportunity to walk away, and as soon as that came, you took it. So there's a reason why. But you're with the Six of Swords underneath, it's just saying that you're looking for some peace and tranquility. You just need a time out just to get regrouped with who you are, get to know who you are again, and possibly learn to grow your heart again. Because we've got the growth card down here, and maybe that's part of what you're going to be doing. The Judgment card, like I said, you're going to look at this whole situation and judge it with integrity. And however you judge it is going to be the way it stands. So use integrity. That means don't leave anything out and let it go. Send it back. Leave it, let the divine take over. And with this here in the Justice, it tells me that you're going to do that. And it's going to be sorry. You're going to feel that sorrow again once you start going back over that. But it's almost like they're begging you to please make sure this is what you want, that you don't want to go back. So it's going to be up to you. But the way it's turning out, because this is like your near future, this stuff here, it's almost like you are going, this could be sorrow that you wished you wouldn't have, or this could be sorrow that you wish you would have never done it, because it does talk about sorrow and it talks about regrets. It could be that you're regretful for it. And you may actually be guarded, thinking that they might try to swing back through again. So if you are, you have that right to be. But I always say don't block everything out. Just block out that one particular person and let them know that they're not welcomed. Because it does look like you are going to hold true to the way that you judge yourself in that situation. So the Nine of Wands. Oh my God. The World. This to me is telling me that the divine does see that you are true to your heart, that this situation is over and you're not going to go back. Whew, thank goodness, right? And they might try a couple of times to come back in. Just please don't let that happen. Because if you left, and you're showing up that you did, because the Devil card is the first card out of this reading, and it's in reverse, which means you have the right to leave now. Now's the time to go. It's like the devil's almost pushing you out the door, because it wasn't a good relationship. It was something else toxic about it, but for sure I do feel like there was a deep bond, or you were bound to one another, because this person's trying again. I say he, but it can be either masculine or feminine. So why is the Seven of Pentacles here? I think you've been planting seeds all along while this was going, just to try to get yourself back in. You're going to have a new beginning with somebody. It could be just a partnership, but it can also lead to love. Absolutely beautiful. Oh. Do you see how the divine works? If you fight for yourself to get out of a situation, they got your back 100%. All you have to do is judge, and that's kind of like putting a stamp on it saying, this is done and over. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Like a rubber stamp. And Justice here, this is just telling me that the way you judged yourself was true. It is true to heart. Oh, come on. You may be getting married to somebody. Marriage does appear in your reading, so it kind of makes me wonder, is this somebody you already know? Is it? I got that feeling that there's somebody here that you already know. You might just be partners now or good friends. But I do feel like there is a possibility that with justice here, it's almost like saying there is a possibility that yes, you can move forward and this is probably the right person. And on the bottom of the clarifying deck, it don't get any better than this, because this is the happiest card in the deck. That one in the Nine of Cups. Beautiful reading for you, Scorpio. I want to get one of the, let's try the Whispers of Love. Excuse my head if it's in the way. Let's get one oracle card. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. I think that's what they're saying here with this. Don't jump too fast because you've just gotten out of something that was very harsh. Make sure that you take time to continue to get that peace and tranquility for yourself, for all that you went through. And then once you've gotten to that balance in your life where you feel extremely happy, and it's the Nine of Wands underneath it again, the sun actually shines on everything and lightens everything up, you'll be happy. You're going to end up being very happy, happily married. I have no doubt. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful reading. But here it is one more time. It says, have patience. Love is patient and kind always. Beautiful. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you. Bye-bye.